Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. In morning lab class, we have taught you about how to handle, that is, how to add 32-bit numbers and how to use move instructions. Okay. So, do you have any questions or any doubts regarding ARM Cortex M4 move instructions and arithmetic instructions? If you have any doubts, just
No,
get
no
it
doubt.
clarified. Hmm? Yes. The students, please interact. No doubts, ma'am.
Ma'am, no doubts, ma'am.
No doubts.
Okay. See, in this problem, there is move instructions. There is move related instructions. So morning I have shown this code to you. Okay, just I would like to explain this once again so that you can able to follow these move instructions. Okay. See, we can use move instructions with R without S suffix. Okay. If we include S suffix, okay, means the flag will be updated in the APSR register. So that APSR register will hold your negative flag status, carry flag status. What are the flags? Negative
Carry,
flag,
overflow, negative, and
carry overflow,
Zero, ma'am.
Zero.
0. Okay. 4 flags we have. Okay. So these flags will be affected only if we include S suffix in the instructions. Okay. So this is your code structure. First, I am going to move this 32-bit value, that is this value, first line of the coding. So this is the first line. I am moving this 32-bit numeric constant into R0. And next, I am going to move this value into R1. Okay. After that, I am copying the content of R1 to R0. So what will be the content of R0 now?
7F and E.
7x along with E. Okay. So your R0 content, that is your R1, sorry, 7x with 3. The R1 content is copied into R0. So your R0 is updated with 7x followed by 3. Okay. So what is the next instruction? Move W R0 comma hash 0x1234. So what is the operation of this instruction?
1, 2, 3, 4 is loaded in LSB Cortex.
Actually, this instruction is used to move only 16-bit value. Okay, it can accept only 16-bit value to the lower half word of R0. Lower half word of R0. So now your R0 holds this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So R0 holds 1, 2, 3. After that, what I am doing is I am transferring 8765 to R0 with move top instruction. So what is the purpose of this move top? Can anyone unmute and tell me?
Upper.
Load the value in the upper head of the.
Yes. So it is used to move the 16-bit hex value to the upper half word of which register R0. Previously, your R0 holds this one. So after execution of this move top instruction, what will be the content?
8765 1234.
So your R naught holds 87651234. Is that clear? So move word is used to fill the lower half word. Okay, move top is used to fill the upper half word. Is that clear, students? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what
Yes,
other
ma'am.
students? Huh? Yes. Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the next instruction? Move not instruction. So move not is used to find out the ones complement of given number. So according to this, your R naught is inverted and that value is placed in R7. So find out the answer. Ones complement answer. See, next lab class you have to present this. We will ask you Viva questions related to move instructions and arithmetic instruction. So find out the answer. So you have to invert this value. Take ones complement of 87651234. See, inverse of 8 is what's the answer? Inverse of 8.
7.
Inverse of 8 is 7. Okay. Inverse of 7?
8.
8. Inverse of 6?
9.
9. Inverse of 5? 0, 1,
Okay.
0, 1. Just you take one's complement. 1, 0, 1, 0. What is the answer?
10.
1 complement of 5 is
A, ma'am.
A. Next, one's complement of 1?
E, ma'am.
4.
0, 0, 0, 1. So 1, 1, 1, 0, E. Okay. One's complement of 3?
B.
D. Okay, very good.
1100.
Okay. So one's complement of 2 is D. One's complement of 3? Roll number 61, please tell me. Roll number 61. Tell me the answer. What is the one's complement of 3? Roll number 61. Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is roll number 61?
C, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Tell me the answer, ma'am.
C, ma'am.
C. Okay, very good. 62. One's complement of 4. 64. 62, sorry. Roll number 62. 63, 62 has joined this meeting. Please find out. 62 is here only. Joined. Please tell me the answer, ma. Roll number 62. Otherwise, I won't give you the attendance. So you people are not at all listening the class. So that is the problem here. 62. I will remove. Tell me the answer. What is the ones complement of 6? 4. See. Huh? பியா சொல்லுமா ஏதாவது சொல்லு டக்கு டக்குன்னு சொல்லு ஓகே so this is your answer. So this value is updated in which register? R7 register after performing move not instruction. Okay, so I will show the demo. So this is your assembly code. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this value, that is FE, is loaded with R0, and F3, that is 7, 6F, F3 is loaded with R1. I'm transferring R1 content to R0, just copying the content. After that, I'm using move W and followed by move top. Finally, move not. Okay. So I'm going to execute the first instruction. See, this is your program counter. So this particular instruction is stored in 8000228. Okay. But this value is inverted in order to reduce the instruction cycle. This value is converted into 8-bit value, okay, in the decoding process, okay, in order to reduce the number of clock cycles. So that's why we are that is move not instruction is used instead of move. Okay. So look at the R0 register. It is loaded with this value. Okay. And next R1 is loaded with this value. Okay. And next I'm going to execute move R0 comma R1. So now R0 is loaded with 7x followed by 3. Okay. And next, so what is the next instruction? Move word R0 comma 1 2 3 4. Now your R0 is updated with 1 2 3 4. Are you able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able? Yes. Here your R0 is updated with only 16-bit value. Your MSB bits are cleared here. Okay. So this is for accessing only lower half word. Okay. And next I am going to execute move top. Okay. So this instruction is used to fill the MSB, that is upper half word. Okay. So now your MSB of R0 is filled with 8765. Now your R0 holds this 32-bit value. Okay. And next I am going to perform this NOT operation. So after execution, your R7 holds 789A, E, B, C. Is it clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we can use move instruction with S suffix also. Just I'm going to change the instructions with S suffix. For move W, we don't have S suffix instruction, okay, and also move top, okay. Move not we have. So what is the purpose of this S suffix?
It is used
Using the flag.
To update the flag status in ESR register. Okay. So So according to this instruction, so this 32-bit value is positive number or negative number?
Negative number.
Negative. And this one?
Negative number.
Number. Okay, this one?
Positive number.
Positive.
Positive
And this
number.
one? Positive. Okay. And this value 789A EDCB?
Positive,
Positive.
ma'am.
Negative. Positive number. Okay.
Positive.
Okay. Now your negative flag is set to 1 during the execution of this move S R0, comma this value. Okay. Next, I'm going to execute next move S instruction. Again, your negative flag is set to 1. Okay. To indicate that this number is a negative number. That is 31st bit is 1. So it represents this number is negative. Okay. After that, I'm moving. Next 1, 2, 3, 4. And 8, 7, 6, 5. Move top. Okay. So now look at here. I'm taking inverse of this particular. So this is the value. So this number is a positive number. So your flag is cleared in APSR register. PSR register. Is that clear, students? So in this way, you can observe the results. You have to check the register value along with flag status. And for also your arithmetic operations, you have to check, you need to check arithmetic operation with S suffix and without S suffix. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here to perform subtraction, you have to use SUB. Okay. Just you give the inputs and perform the operation. Okay. And MUL is for 32-bit multiplication. Okay. And for the division, we have two instructions, that is unsigned division and signed division. Okay. So better you use this instruction, unsigned div. So in the division operation, we cannot extract remainder, we can extract only quotient. Is that clear, student? So incorporate these instruction and verify the result. Once again. And also you check the instructions with the add S, MULS, UDIV. Okay. Is that clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
So last class I have explained this ARM core data flow model. So what are the components in the ARM core data flow model?
Barrel shifter, ALU.
Okay. What is the purpose of barrel shifter?
It shifts every bit of the data
Okay. So what is the difference between your RISC data flow and CISC data flow?
A compiler does all the main tasks.
Okay, but here in case of your ARM architecture, we have load and store feature. Okay, so that is mainly for separating memory access from the data processing. So that is a very important point. So data processing instruction only work on registers, not on memory. Okay, that is the very important point involved in ARM core data flow model. For all the data processing operations, we must use these registers, not memory address or memory elements. Okay. So basically we have two operands, two source operands, Rn and Rm, and one of the operand is preprocessed by parallel shifter in order to improve the capability of your ARM Cortex M4 processor. So before enters into ALU, that is before one of the operand enters into the ALU, it is pre-processed by parallel shifter, and once the one second now. So this is the powerful feature of ARM. So it has the ability to shift 32-bit binary in one of the source register, left or right by specific number of portions, that is specific number of positions before it enters the ALU. Okay. So that is the significance of ARM core data flow model. Okay. The morning I have explained all the flag information, related information. We have four important flags based on the ALU results. These flag status will be updated in this XPSR register, program status register. Negative flag, zero flag, carry, and overflow and saturation flag. Okay, so saturation flag is something related to signal processing instructions. Okay. The flag will be affected based on the results of digital signal processing instructions. So coming into the parallel shifter and ALU component, feature of this ALU unit is that So it has a 32-bit parallel shifter. Okay. So it has a 32-bit parallel shifter. So that is capable of performing shift and rotate operations. Okay. It is able to perform both shift and rotate operation. So it is a powerful, this feature is a very powerful feature of ARM because it has the ability to shift 32-bit binary in one of the source registers, either in left direction or right direction before it enters the ALU. Okay. So this component can be used by various classes of ARM instructions to perform comparatively complex operations in a single instructions. Okay. Using single instruction, your ARM core is able to perform multiple operations. So that is the significance of this parallel shifter. Okay. So what is the difference between your digital circuit shifter, that is shift register, and this parallel shifter? Have you identified any difference? So this shifter is the parallel shifter is the similar to your combinational circuit. So it can perform either left shift operation or right shift operation, rotate right and rotate right extended. Can you understand my question? So this is very similar to your combinational circuit shifter. Okay. So what is the difference between this parallel shifter and combinational circuit shifter? The classical shift register. I am talking about classical shift register. How it is differentiated?
Size, ma'am.
Size. Okay. Any other differences? So your shift register can perform both right shift operation, left shift operation, rotation, rotate right, rotate left, rotate right through carry, rotate left through carry. Same operation, and what is the exact difference in ARM processor perspective?
Ma'am, in shift register,
It's only the right.
LSB shifts to MSB, ma'am.
Okay. Same it will do in your conventional shift register. That is not exact difference. Any other answer?
And memory location, ma'am.
Memory location is not a right answer. For every rotation, it can be a right shift or left shift or a rotation of operation, anything. It requires a number of that is for it requires one clock cycle for each number.
Ma'am, your
Ma'am,
voice
your
is
voice is
breaking,
breaking,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Of shift. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Okay. See, in classical shift register, okay, for one shift operation, your shift register may take one clock cycle. Okay. But in case of parallel shifter, irrespective of number of shift, okay, it take only one clock cycle. So that is the significance of parallel shift.
Ma'am, can you repeat it, ma'am?
See, for number of shifts, for each number of shift, your conventional shift register can one clock cycle. Okay. For any number of shifts, your parallel shifter can take one clock cycle alone. Okay. Suppose I want to shift a 32-bit number 6 times. Okay. For 6 times, it takes only one clock cycle. For 24 times also, it takes one clock cycle. So that is the importance of your parallel shift operand. So in conventional shift register component, shifting takes place on the basis of clock. Okay, but only one clock cycle is required to rotate 32-bit number irrespective of number of shifts. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the very basic enhancement in the ARM data path. Okay. And also it is used to achieve fast multiplication and division by power of 2. So that is the significance of this parallel shifter. So here one of the operand is directly enters into ALU and one of the operand is pre-processed by parallel shifter to improve the performance of ARM Cortex M processors. Okay. So here look at this diagram. So we have two operands, right? That is Rn and Rm. Okay. So here two source operands and one destination operand. Okay. So the one of the source operand, the last one, the R0 can be register value or immediate 8-bit number. So we have 4 shift operations, that is 3 shift operations, 2 rotate instruction. Okay, so one is the logical shift left, logical shift right, and arithmetic shift right. So these 3 are shift instructions, shift operations, and these 2 are rotate operations, rotate right and rotate right extended. Okay, so this is the syntax for this logical shift left. Okay, so you need to specify 3 operands and the last digit, that is one of the source operand, holds the number of shifts. Okay, so this operand can be a register or immediate value. So you can directly load that value into register and specify that register in the instruction, or you can directly specify the number of shifts in the instruction itself. Is that clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this shift can be a register value, general purpose register, or immediate value. Okay, so look at this example. This is the example for logical shift left instruction. That is R5, R3, R0. Okay, so this R0 holds number of shifts. Okay, so based on the number holded by R0, okay, so it will perform logical shift left operation. That is perform logical shift left operation on R3. After that, the result will be placed in R5. Is that clear? So what is the total number of shift to be carried out here in this instruction?
6.
6. So this instruction is capable of rotating the R1 content. Okay, that is shifting the R1 content towards left direction. How many number of times? 6 times. So after the left shifting operation, the result will be holded by R4. Is that clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See, look at this example. So your left shift is nothing but multiplying the content by 2 power of n. Okay. N represents number of shifts. So multiply by, so logical left means multiply by 2 power n. Logical right means divide by 2 power n. Okay, so look at this example. So before execution, your R5 holds 5. and R7 holds 8. Okay. So I am going to perform this logical shift left, okay, by this immediate value, that is hash 2. Okay. So this is the one of the operand, and this is your destination operand. So what is the operation of this particular instruction? Please tell me. See, I am going to shift the content of R5. Okay. How many times?
2 times.
2 times.
So I am using logical shift left instruction. So what is the purpose of this instruction? It is going to perform the multiplication operation, that is multiply the content by 2 power of n. Okay, that is I am shifting the R5 content 2 times towards left direction, which is equivalent to R5 into 2 power of 2. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the content of R5? R5 is 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay. I'm going to shift the R5 content towards left direction 2 times. Okay. So you need to insert 2 0 at the LSB. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So what is the answer? What is the answer? So this is your 4 and this is your 16. Your answer is going to be 20. Okay. So it is performing 2 power n multiplication. So R5 is multiplied by 4. So you will be getting 20. This 20 will be holded by R7. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Is that clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose if you are performing right shift operation, so what is the mathematical operation involved? Multiplication or division?
Division.
Division.
Okay, do it. Same. Take the same example. R7, R5, LS, R hash 2. Find out the answer.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the example, we're using LSL before the number of shifts, ma'am, but in the syntax, it's different.
See, we in ARM Cortex, for any instruction we can incorporate this SLS. So that is the importance of this shifting instruction. We can include this LSL instruction in the move instructions, arithmetic instruction, and logical instruction. Okay, and also we have separate LSL, LSR instructions available in ARM Cortex. Is that clear? So we have two different syntax for shift operations. Either you can use separately or integrating this instruction with any of the data processing or arithmetic processing instruction. Is that clear, ma'am?
Ma'am,
We
but
have
if we,
different syntax.
okay. Ma'am, but if we use it as per the syntax given, then LSL will be before move.
Well, based on requirement, we can use. See, look at this example. I will explain all those things and explain this one. You can understand clearly. Okay. So here they have used this add instruction. Add along with LSL. So it will perform both multiplication and addition. So combining simple operations in a simple operations in a single instruction. So that is the significance of LSL. Okay, that is the significance of shifting operation. So the single instruction alone, it will perform both addition operation and also multiplication operation. Suppose if we perform multiplication operation, it takes too many instruction cycles. Instead of that, we can use add. Okay, okay. This add instruction takes less number of instruction cycles. For that case only, they have incorporated this parallel shifter component in ARM Cortex architecture. Is that clear, student?
Yes, ma'am.
I will explain one by one, okay? See here, you can use LSR hash to find out the answer. So right shift operation, you have to include 0 at the left end. So this is the thing. You have to insert 0 at the leftmost end. So 5 divided by 2 power 2. So that is the answer. So roundly we will get 1. Okay. So first I will explain all the operation and we will do more problems so that you can understand the concepts very clearly. Okay. So as I told earlier, we have 3 shift operation: logical shift left and logical shift right and arithmetic shift right. Okay. So in logical shift left works fine for both signed and unsigned number. Okay. So LSL means multiply the register content by 2 power n. Suppose for example 5 means multiply the register content by 2 power 5. So the content of the register is multiplied by 32. So that is the meaning. Okay. So here the bits of operand are shifted left. Okay. Shifted left by specified number of bits, which means zeros are inserted into rightmost end of the word and last bit is removed from leftmost end and placed in carry. So that is the concept. For logical shift right instruction, this instruction is very similar to your this one LSL, but only the difference is 0 is inserted at leftmost end of the word and here the last bit is placed in carry. So zeros are inserted into leftmost end of the word and last bit removed from leftmost end and placed in carry flag. So the operation is division operation. LSR hash 5 means the register content is divided by 2 power n, which means divide by 32. And arithmetic shift right is very similar to this logical shift right. So this operation is mainly for signed bit of that is a complement operations, signed operation. So it will preserve the signed bit. 31st bit is the signed bit and bits are shifted towards right direction. And the last bit is placed in carry. Okay, so it depends on this signed bit. Okay, so this signed bit are shifted towards right direction. So it will preserve the 31st bit and propagate the signed bit to the next position. So that is 30th bit and first 31st to 30th bit, 30th bit to 29th bit, likewise so on towards right direction, and last bit is copied into carry. Okay, so these three are shift instruction and rotate instruction. So already you were aware of this. So the objective of rotate instruction is to manipulate these bits in a register without destroying those bits. So it's like a rotating operation. The bits are rotating towards right direction. The last bit is placed in carry for every rotation. Okay, the last bit is placed in carry. Okay. And rotate right extended operation. It is ROR, similar to ROR operation with a little difference. Okay, so it rotates the number to the right by one place. So only one rotation is possible in rotation right extended. Okay, so the original 31st bit is filled by the value of carry. Okay, and original bit of 0 is moved into the carry. So only one rotation is possible by using this rotate right extended instruction. So next class I will explain all the operation with one example so that you can clearly understand the each and every operation. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So we have three parallel shifter, that is shift instruction. One is the logical shift left, and second one is the logical shift right, and third one is the arithmetic shift right. Okay? So arithmetic shift right is mainly for complement operations, that is you assigned 2's complement notations. Okay. So LSL performs multiplication, LSR performs division, and ASR is for preserving the signed magnitude.